Well, it looks like there was some truth to those discontinued amiibo claims. Nintendo of Europe plans on replenishing stock for now, but Nintendo of America is keeping expectations low by stating, due to shelf space constraints, other figures likely will not return to the market once they have sold through their initial shipment. With new waves of figurines to come, it makes practical sense that the old will have to make way for the new. But this is where things can get a little complicated. IGN asked for a clarification, and Nintendo responded with this: "We will aim for certain amiibo to always be available. This will be for our most popular characters like Mario and Link." But where do you draw the line? Sure, Mario and Link are iconic characters and part of popular culture, but who on the list will get the shaft? Samus? She's pretty damn iconic too. Donkey Kong? I mean, even non-gamers know who DK is, and Pikachu? Well, it's freaking Pikachu, I mean, come on. If you had to make the decision, who would you sacrifice for the second wave? I know it's hard, but give it a try. Let me know in the comments below. Website Scooptendo have done a great analysis of the Zelda U Map revealed during the Game Awards 2014. It appears that the landmarks and basic topography line up with that of the original Zelda map. In the grand design of the entire series, the original Zelda was set in an area just south of Death Mountain. Eiji and Numa talked about the goal to rethink conventions with the new game, saying, "We want to set aside these conventions, get back to basics, and create a newborn Zelda game so that the players today can best enjoy the real essence of the franchise." I completely welcome this. Games like Ocarina and Skyward, while brilliant, can be structurally limiting in the way that a major complete things in a set order just to progress. The original trusted the player enough to explore the world at their own pace. I think what Anuma is saying is that they need to go back to where it all began. That's not to say the new game is a direct remake. Philosophically speaking, the series could be coming full circle in which the player once again gets to decide how they want to play the game. This is what they mean when they refer to the term open world. Freedom to fail and succeed. Ooh, can't wait! Sony Pictures is recovering from a hack possibly carried out by North Korea that has leaked sensitive studio material, including emails, thousands of social security numbers, and more. What has come to light might surprise some Nintendo and PlayStation fans with an email discussion about an animated Mario film. Sony and Nintendo working together?
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Okay, well, it's not like it's unprecedented, and this could actually end up more beneficial for both parties. It looks to be early days and the film may never even get off the ground, but this is a sign that Nintendo of today is open to at least the idea of business ventures outside of gaming. One of the recent Japanese Mario Kart 8 commercials has ignited speculation about a possible redesign of the Wii U gamepad. Less than a second of blurry footage of what could be a larger touchscreen is up for debate. My take on this? I'm not sold. It's certainly not impossible for it to be the case. Nintendo has always made revisions to their handhelds, and if there is savings to be made, it makes all the more sense. But, without a more focused image, I'm leaning on the side of caution with this one. Gamepad integration is something Nintendo is still working at, and until that goal is met, I just don't see the point of replacing something that still hasn't been used to its full potential. But I could be wrong. In Bizarro news, Michael Pachter gives props to Nintendo. It seems that Nintendo's presence at the Game Awards 2014 was so strong that even their traditionally harshest critics took notice, and Pachter was the one who remarked, "Microsoft made a mistake skipping the Game Awards altogether. The award show was an opportunity to steal a little thunder from PSX, and Nintendo and Reggie seized the opportunity. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to compliment Reggie, as I haven't had many chances to say what a good job he has done in an otherwise dismal year."
Oh, there it is.
But even he couldn't find fault with Zelda by adding, "Nintendo really stood out with that Zelda announcement. And you know what? He's absolutely right."
Yeah, right.
It's been reported that the Zelda reveal trended higher than the entire PlayStation experience. It goes to show that when Nintendo decides to play, they run away with the game. The proxy war between Nintendo and homebrew enthusiasts continues as the firmware update 9.3 for the 3DS renders a software loophole useless. The Ninja Hacks exploit discovered by developer Smealum, real name Jordan Rabbit, was initially discovered using a Ubisoft puzzler called Cubic Ninja. The exploit was claimed not to be made for piracy, but to encourage the creation of homemade games and apps. Either way, Nintendo thought otherwise and have taken steps to stop the unauthorized software loader from even booting. Nintendo has taken to Facebook to poke fun at IGN's now infamous review of Pokemon Alpha and Omega. The reviewer, who shall not be named, apparently took issue with the remake having too much water. The Super Smash Bros. Account responded in kind. Renegade Kid is bringing back Dementium the Ward, now to 3DS. The original DS game is getting some nice upgrades, adding a checkpoint system that was exclusive to the original's European version, and a 3D effect clocking in at 60 frames per second, according to the studio co-founder Jules Wetsham. The game is currently slated for release in the second quarter of 2015. Smash for Wii U has debuted strongly in Japan. Media Create reports that over 227,000 copies were sold for just 2 days and helped double hardware sales from 12 to 24,000. 3DS continues to dominate in both software and hardware sales, with the new 3DS selling over 63,000 units, up from 48 the week before. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy hits the 3DS this week. Ace Attorney, Justice for All, and Trials and Tribulations are getting a packaged facelift with 3D support, remixed sound, and redrawn graphics with the option to switch on the fly between the Japanese and English versions of each game. This digital-only release will have its day in court on the European eShop one day after North America. Amiibo, you came and you took all my money, only seconds away. Sorry about that. Love it or loathe? The scramble for retailers and fans to get a hold of these elusive fungarines is certainly creating a buzz. The Rosalina and Luma amiibo are a US Target exclusive, and apparently all pre-order spots are already filled. The company says it'll let everyone know when new stock arrives. In a darker turn of events, a Nintendo product could have been used in a way that is almost too reprehensible to comprehend. According to Colorado Newsday, Starla Ray McCabe, a Utah mother, has been charged with 10 counts of sexual exploitation involving her own daughter. Based on a tip-off from a relative, police used a warrant to seize a DSi that was found to have a cache of 19 nude photos of the 5-year-old girl. According to the toddler, when interviewed by police, her mother was selling the pics to men for $100 each. McCabe admitted to taking the photos, but claims it was educational in an attempt to show her daughter what her genitals looked like.
Right.
But I really should end this week on something more positive. WayForward's Shantae and the Pirate's Curse for Wii U is in the final testing stage at Nintendo of America. Previously released to positive acclaim for the 3DS, this old-school 2D platformer is looking mighty fine. Enjoy!
Let's go! Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.